Stangibelisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1GV, Whiskey 1, Good Vibrations. In one of my recent videos, a viewer made a comment that I found worthy of a topic for a video in itself. The comment was he values my learned videos and little flattery there, and plans eventually to get on the air with a station, a vintage, possibly a vintage radio station, I don't recall for sure, but to get some ham radio gear and assemble a station based on my expert advice that I give in my ham radio videos. And I cringed a bit when I read that, because I thought, wow, you know, don't rely entirely on me. I'm not that smart, but I was flattered nevertheless. But I thought, this particular viewer, I believe, went from not being a ham radio operator at all to getting his extra class license in just a matter of months. He just got one license and immediately upgraded to the next. Never had been on the air yet, and as far as I know, still never has been on the air. He plans to wait until he can build a station or assemble a station based on my supposedly expert advice, which I provide in my videos. Well, I'm flattered by that, but I thought, wow, what a topic for a video. Vintage radio. So I thought I'd ask you viewers a question and leave comments open, of course. If you could have any vintage radio station you wanted, by vintage I mean old-time radio, like the old Drake, Collins gear, Hallicrafters, Heathkit, or even some of the older radios, Hammerlund. If you could assemble a station for yourself based entirely on vintage radio, old-time radio equipment, what would that station comprise? What radios would you have? How would you put them together? What modes would you use, etc., etc.? And I got to thinking, I wonder, if I had my choice, if I had the money, money was no object, what would I have as a vintage radio station? And I don't know as I necessarily have an answer for my own question, but I would love to have a vintage Collins S-line, the 75 S3B. I believe that's the name of the receiver, the 32 S3B, perhaps a 30L1 linear amplifier, although I'm not into amplification. I'm more into QRP operation. But those are the radios. If I could have anything that I wanted, a well-restored vintage Collins S-line would be my choice. How about you? If you're into vintage radio, what would you have for your station? Stangibelisco signing off, saying 73, which means best regards in ham radio jargon, and so long, which, in my native fist, regardless of the radio, vintage or not, QRP or not, whatever type of radio, would always translate to da-da-da-da-da-da.